So today we're going to be talking about health. I just got into this topic. I really wish I would have dived into this a lot sooner. God had been already speaking to me like right when I was going through this whole journey. I think the entire time I've been on this journey, God has been talking to me about my health and eating healthier and all that stuff. And of course, when it comes to that, that's like the hardest thing to do. But I wish that I would have done this sooner because I have experienced so many benefits to eating healthy. And I just want to tell you guys about the things that I have been experiencing so that you could maybe hop on this bandwagon on your wholeness journey. So I guess I will start off by saying like the first thing that I did was transition when it comes to eating food. So November of 2022, so last year in November, I basically started to eat clean as we know it, like the eating like lean meats and veggies, cutting out like rice and potatoes and all that type of stuff. So that's how I started to eat in like November. And then I got COVID, and that helped me to cut out meat completely because then I was eating a lot of like fruits and vegetables and stuff because I was sick, and I'd had like no taste for like meat or anything because I was sick. And so then I started to feel a little bit better, and I was like, okay, like let me just keep this like as a Kickstarter to my eating healthy routine or whatever. So I started to cut out meat, and then I was left with like fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. And so I continued that, and then I found out about this guy, Dr. Bobby Price, and he preaches about only eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. So basically a vegan diet, but not the junk food vegan. Because with junk food vegan, it's basically like you can eat all like the Beyond Meats, Impossible Burgers, Slutty Vegan, even like Oreos are vegan, French fries obviously are vegan because it's just potatoes that are fried. So like all of that type of stuff is like considered junk food vegan. But he is more on the side of pure vegan, like plant-based. Well, plant vegan, not even plant-based, but it's just pure plants, fruits, nuts, and seeds. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do that. And so I continued to do that, but then at the end of the year, it kind of got hard because I'm like, I knew I wanted to do this lifestyle completely in 2023. And so I was like, okay, let me eat some stuff before I hop over to this lifestyle fully. So at the end of the year in December, like the last 2 weeks of December, I started to eat like junk food, and I ate some chicken here and there and all that stuff. But I will say, like, from November to December, before I started eating the junk food, I felt great. And now that basically January is over, this entire month of January, I have been eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. I have not cheated with any other foods, any other snacks or anything. And I feel so good. And it's like I'm losing weight, all of that stuff. And I'm just going to share the things that I have experienced on this lifestyle of eating. So the first thing I experienced was mood. Like food equals mood for real. The food that we put inside of our bodies literally changes our mood. And I felt so much happier when I was eating this way. And like, I have always been like an introvert and kind of laid back or whatever, but I have been so much more like in a good mood since I've been eating this way. Number two, I had a lot of headaches. I would have at least 1 to 3 headaches a week, and it was just getting out of hand. And I have I haven't had any headaches being on this diet. Like the only time I had headaches was I was doing Dr. Bobby Price's detox tea, and I had a couple headaches, but he said in his instructions that you'll have like detox headaches because of all like the bad foods and stuff that we were eating. Well, unhealthy foods. I don't want to say bad. Unhealthy foods that we were eating. The third thing was energy. Like I had so much energy. My like brain fog was gone because I'm in grad school, so I have a lot of homework to do. And so I used to always procrastinate, always didn't feel like it, all of that type of stuff. And yeah, like I'm able to do my homework with no problem, able to focus with no problem. Brain fog is gone. The sluggishness is gone. It's really cool. The hunger, I used to like binge eat snacks, and I was very much a snacker. I'm still kind of a snacker. Like this now, I'm just snacking on like dried fruits and nuts and stuff. But I used to binge on chips and stuff like that. Like it's like I couldn't get enough chips, and then after eating the chips, I'll need a bite of something sweet. Like I'll need a scoop of ice cream or like something like that to like offset all of the saltiness. And so I am not really that hungry anymore. Like I don't have that like consistent hunger that I always used to have. And it's a really good feeling because I knew like the binging on snacks was like not good for me, like wasn't healthy at all. But I always felt hungry, so I always kept snacking. But this really like helped to diminish my hunger a whole lot. And so because of that, I've lost weight. So far I've lost maybe like 10 to 12 pounds or whatever, eating this way. And so yeah, it's been good. It's been good. And so the other thing that I've experienced is with my child. My child is an extremely picky eater, but since I've been eating really healthy, only eating fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, she has been eating fruits. Like she has tried pears, apples, berries. Like I even make green juices. She'll try and drink the green juices and she'll be like, oh, it's kiwi juice because it's green. She's like, kiwi juice. So I just say, yes, it's kiwi juice, and she'll drink it and everything. And so that was a huge like motivator for me. It's like, okay, if I'm eating healthy, my kid is seeing me and I'm basically her role model. So I just want to continue on this path because that is really good. Like she literally ate 5 things and now she's wanting to try everything. Like even though she still hasn't gotten to the point where she'll sit down and eat it by herself, at least she's trying it. At least she's actually opening her mouth to eat it because that wasn't happening before. The other benefits that I have experienced on this diet is my cold symptoms have been like diminished. I felt like I had a cold and it just felt like the cold was about to come on. Like, you know how you feel like you're about to catch a cold, but the cold never fully came. And it was because it just felt like for like 3 or 4 days, I had this feeling of I'm about to get a cold, but the cold never came fully. And I just feel like the symptoms were diminished by this diet because now I'm eating healthier. So now my immune system is like fighting off whatever virus or whatever was trying to get in my system. So that was one huge thing as well. I've noticed that might be TMI for some people, but I noticed that my poop and farts don't really stink as bad as it did with eating unhealthy food. And like obviously when you think about it now, it's like duh, because you're eating healthier, but you really don't think about stuff like that until you experience it. And then the last thing that I have experienced so far is like skin. My skin has not really had any breakouts since I've been on this diet. I have a lot of dark marks and stuff on my face because I had a lot of skin issues, and it just felt like it came out of nowhere. It felt like I was in high school again or something, that I just kept getting these pimples all over the place. And then I get really bad hyperpigmentation, and then I'm constantly trying to take away the dark marks, but then once I get the dark marks gone, the bumps come right back, and then it's a constant cycle. But I have not broken out really bad while being on this diet either. And that's a huge thing for me, because my skin is everything. Like, that's the first thing that people see when they look at you is your face like your skin. So being on this diet, cutting out meat and dairy, like, it truly helped so much with my skin. And now I'm just trying to get rid of all the dark marks on my face so that I can have a great foundation with continuing to eat healthy and not experiencing the breakouts that come along with eating unhealthy. And so, yeah, those were all the benefits of eating a plant-based lifestyle. Well, a plant lifestyle. I gotta stop saying plant-based, because it's not based on anything. It's just plants. And it's really not even that hard, honestly. Like, you would think that it's extremely hard to eat this way, and it's really not. It's really not. Just try it. I'm telling you guys to try it, because even women who are going through like depression symptoms and all of that stuff, food is your mood. Like, even if you were to do something like as small as changing your diet, even though you don't feel, you're not in the best mood or whatever, this would at least help you lift your spirits up. Like, it would help you in that sense, because it literally motivates you. It makes you feel good about yourself, and it gives you the energy. It gives you all the nutrients and everything that you need to thrive. And so I wish I would have started off eating this way, but now that I have experienced it, now I'm out telling you guys to try it. And thank you for listening to my podcast, and I'll see you in the next one. Us feeling that way has no effect on the other person. Like, the more bitter we are, the more angry we are, it does not affect that other person at all. So they're out having fun, living their life or doing whatever, and then we're stuck on the other side all sad and bitter. And so